What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about A-Force and how now they are a really good war team and how they're able to beat Young Avengers pretty easily. They can beat Heroes for Hire. They can even beat Darkhold, Hero Asgardians. They are a really good war team now with a couple of different buffs to them. There's a buff to Namor as well, made him a little bit more of a powerful character with his stats. We're going to break that all down in today's video. Also talk about if this is a team you should still be investing in, because we do have a new meta war team coming here very soon. Is this something that you should still be building up if you haven't built up A-Force? We're going to talk about that as well. So if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful or informative, make sure that like button, share, and subscribe. Let's dive right into it. So this team in war is a pretty good war team. Now, I'd even say they're pretty amazing. The A in A-Force finally stands for amazing. They are just, yeah, they're just really good. They had a few buffs to them. There was a stat buff to Namor. The stat buff to Namor actually went live like a week ago, and we had no idea that it went live. It just flew under the radar for everybody, so we had no idea. And yeah, it went live. Namor is not going to be as like amazing as I thought he was going to be. He's not going to be a top tier war character like I originally thought he was, because the buffs have already gone live. So what we get with him is what we got. He's like top 30 in damage, top 50 in health. His focus is still pretty low, but his resistance is pretty good, and his armor's pretty good as well. So he's not going to be like the most amazing war character because those buffs have already gone live, and all our math was completely thrown off by that. But Namor's still pretty good. This team is really good. And what we're going to talk about first is if this is a team you should be building up now, because I think if you are already building up your A-Force, you're in a pretty good spot. But if you haven't, there's far more important bio teams to be building up. Number one, Gamma. Gamma is a full bio team, and it is going to be the war meta team. It's going to be the Apex war team, like how Weapon X was the top war team. Now it's going to be Gamma, and Gamma is 5 bio characters. That's important because on A-Force, you have 3 bio characters in Jessica, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Woman. I do not think this is something that you should be investing into these characters if you have not built up Gamma yet. Gamma is going to be way more important. You also need them to unlock Apocalypse, which is like the big goal that everybody's going for right now. So, like, that's a far more important team. Also, like Web Warriors, if you haven't built them up, you need them for raids. It's the most important game mode right now. But also, we have like Spider Noir, Madam Web, and some other rumored web characters coming soon. At least we're pretty sure that's who's coming in this next update. We don't know what that team's going to be either. So right now, A-Force is like the 3rd priority on bio gear. Likely could be the 4th if this new web team is really good for like war or something else, and they're like a team you really need to build up. This could drop to your 4th priority on bio gear alone. So if you've already built the team, you're in a pretty good spot, but if you haven't, I would hold off right now until you have at least Gamma and Web Warriors built up. And then once we know what this new team that's coming in the next patch is, then we can definitively say if this is a team you should still build up. But also with Nico. Nico is Mystic, and right now Darkhold, Eternals, like those are both 2 teams that require a lot of Mystic gear. There's also Dark Hunters, but Dark Hunters probably a little bit lower priority in terms of Mystic gear, because with Nico you're getting only 1 character that builds up this war team, and Dark Hunters is really built for Heroes for Hire but can beat Young Avengers. We're going to talk about that in another video. So like, yeah, overall this is like the 3rd priority of a team you should be building up just for bio and Mystic gear. So this is not a team I would necessarily go for right now, but if you have like the Gamma team, if you have Web Warriors, if you have your Darkhold and your Eternals all built up, then A-Force should be something you can consider. Now, the one other thing we do want to mention real quick is that we kind of got a nerf to A-Force already. On Wars on Spawn for War Offense, apply speed up to self and all A-Force allies. All allies were getting speed up on this, and it was great. They have reverted that. So now Namor, whoever you're using that 5th spot with A-Force, is no longer getting speed up. That kind of sucks. It makes things a little more difficult. All the stuff I did, all like the footage I have recorded, is post that change, and it makes things a little more complicated, but you can still win. And I'm going to show footage of the Young Avengers as well, and we're gonna go through a couple of other fights as well here in BlueStacks. But actually no, that's Hero Asgardians. what we want to do, yeah, the Hero Asgardians, yeah, we want to go for Young Avengers. I'll show the Hero Asgardians fight in person because there's a little bit of RNG with it that can really screw with it. But, yeah, like, versus Young Avengers. This is the team that they were always supposed to beat, and now they very reliably beat Young Avengers, which is great. You know, Namor is not getting the max health buffs from A-Force, so he's usually going to be the lowest health character on your team, which means he gets that immunity and that death proof on Spawn from Jessica. But then as your team's getting debuffed, you know, Nico's now giving speed bar and ability energy to Jessica, which means that she's pretty much the Squirrel Girl of your team. So as your team gets debuffed, Jessica gets that 20% speed bar. She gets that ability energy. She's constantly cleansing, which is giving more ability energy to your team, also giving them barrier based on her max health. So, yeah, she's really good with this team now. You can see there, we're getting a bunch of, there you go, bunch of speed bar, bunch of ability energy on Jessica. She's ready to move again. And yeah, like, this team reliably beats Young Avengers now. So, we can finally use A-Force against Young Avengers, and that's going to kind of take the pressure off some of the other teams we're using for Young Avengers. Like, now Weapon X can be much more of a utility team that you can use against some of those tougher teams you see out there. Also, Dark Hunters, which, again, we'll break down another video. Dark Hunters are a way more reliable team now against Heroes for Hire, meaning that now you don't have to use Weapon X against Heroes for Hire. Dark Hunters finally, like, consistently beats them without having to use someone like Namor. Now you can use Namor with A-Force to beat Young Avengers. You give Dark Hunters with Mordo, who got that Dark Hunter tag. Now you use Mordo with your Dark Hunters, and you have a reliable Heroes for Hire counter as well. And they can also beat Young Avengers, but that one's a little bit more dicey, and we'll talk about that. But we're gonna go through some footage. I've got some teams we're gonna fight against, just to show you guys like what we're doing here. I'm not gonna show my team's war defense, but we're gonna go find the fights, and we'll go through them bit by bit. But yeah, like, now being able to reliably beat Young Avengers with A-Force really takes the pressure off some of these teams we're using, and also having that consistent Heroes for Hire counter with Dark Hunters has made things much better. And also they have nerfed some of the war bonuses, some of the room bonuses with war, so that we can finally, we don't have to worry about that stupid fight where, or that stupid bridge buff where you have immunity and stealth on characters at the start of the fight, and that just makes things way more complicated than it should be. So we're going to start with this one here, Dormamu with A-Force versus Darkhold. Now, I kind of don't like it because Dormamu, like, having to bring in Dormamu, it's like having to bring in Doom. It's one of those things that feels a little OP, but this is a consistent Darkhold counter. So before, you really weren't going to be able to do this. But now with the buffs to Jessica, getting that speed bar, getting that ability energy, it's allowing you to really kind of keep negative effects off your team and allowing you to really beat that enemy team. And this one's, it's a little bit, it's like you kind of do certain things specifically, and we're gonna break that all down. Hopefully BlueStacks holds up enough. I tried recording this and the footage just was not good enough. So we're gonna have to go through this bit by bit. Basically what we're going to do is we're just going to get barrier and immunity on our team here at the start. And we'll get trauma and disrupt on both Morgan and Wong here. And we'll get one of the characters. So yeah, now we've got trauma and disrupt on Morgan. We're going to ability block Agatha here because we don't want her stunning Nico. If Nico gets stunned, it's going to really destroy your fight, because that means that you're not going to get the you're not gonna get the ability energy, you're not gonna get the speed bar on Jessica. So you need that to happen. We get trauma and ability block, that's not a big deal. But there you go. Look at that. Jessica's ready to go again. She got a bunch of ability energy. Boom. Done. Look at that. Another set of ability energy. Beautiful. So look at this. Dormamu's ready to go with ultimate. But, Morgan's ready to go. But, I mean, that ultimate, we have to use that ultimate. There you go. Ultimate. A bunch of negative effects on the enemy team. Look at all these negative effects going on. We get the speed warp. We get the time warp here. Not a big deal. We're gonna do some damage here to some characters. There we go. We're gonna get some vulnerable there on Morgan. We're gonna stun. There you go. Now that Morgan's stunned, you know, it didn't last as long as I'd hoped, but you know, we got a little bit of stun. Heal back up with this team. We're gonna flip everything on Morgan now. At least we tried to. No bonus focus. I still wish we had bonus focus with Spider-Woman's ultimate, but no dice. And there we go. Yeah, now we got the stun on Nico. So that's gonna kind of mess with things a little bit, but we're doing okay here. So now let's target Agatha. The slideshow's playing. I think we're gonna lose Nico. Actually, we did lose Nico, but she resurrects. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it did work. Whew. We have the invisible Nico now. Seriously. Okay, another ability block on Morgan. We're slowly working through Morgan. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, Agatha's gone. Let's get cleanse. Let's get barrier, ability energy. Yeah, we just got to get through Morgan. So let's keep going through Morgan. We're almost there. There we go. Okay, ability energy, some barrier. Yeah, it's a little sketchy. All right, let's chain down the line here. Ability block, heal block, boom. There we go. This should finish off Morgan, and done. Okay, yeah, so like I said, like, it's sketchy. It's a little sketchy, but it works. And it doesn't help that we have the invisible Nico resurrection here. Honestly, I haven't had this issue except on BlueStacks. Like, this is why I don't use BlueStacks anymore, because BlueStacks just is so sketchy. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, a little sketchy there, but you kind of get the gist of it. Really, go for Morgan, and if you get stuns on her with Dormamu, like stunning Morgan means no speed bar gain on Darkhold, and ability blocks on Agatha means that you're not going to get a stun on Nico for a while, because if Nico gets stunned, that means no ability energy on Jessica, no speed bar. So you gotta get ability block on Agatha and make sure she's controlled so that you're not getting those so that means you're still getting the ability energy and speed bar on Jessica. You have to have that. You can see why, because Jessica is just constantly cleansing, giving barrier to our team. Very, very important. And then we're also going to talk about Hero Asgardians as well. This one can get a little sketchy because of the well, yeah, so if you can't get rid of the immunity with that Sif has on spawn, like, you'll use the ultimate here with Jessica to try and remove all positive effects from her. But if you don't get rid of that disrupt, it can make things a little more sketchy, because then you can't get the trauma and the disrupt here from Nico on her. There you go. So if you don't get rid of the immunity on Sif, then your best bet is to go for trauma on Valkyrie here, and just really keep her under control. So there you go. Ability block. We're pretty much gonna go for Valkyrie here. Yeah, now, no speed bar on Namor as well means that some of these characters some of the Hero Asgardians get to move before Namor. Not a big deal. Reduce speed bar on everybody. We get the heal with Valkyrie dying, but you can see it's not really going to make a big difference. Because yeah, like, the trauma, the heal block, blocking those two characters. We're gonna go for Sif next, or take care of her. Get some cleanses, some barrier on our team. There we go. Finish off Heimdall next, because we don't want that ability energy building up from his passive on Mighty Thor. So there we go. And now we just finish off Mighty Thor. So nothing really complicated there. That's an easy win. Like, yeah, if you can't put Disrupt and Trauma on Sif, get on Valkyrie and then take out Valkyrie as quickly as possible, because that means that you're not going to get that. You're not going to get those heals past her dying, and that's going to make things a little bit more manageable. But also, those traumas and heal blocks do mean that you're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to heal back up as the fight goes on. So yeah, that's just some footage of different teams that A-Force can fight against. Like Dormamu with A-Force can beat Darkhold. Namor plus A-Force beats a bunch of teams. It's some pretty incredible stuff. This is a very good war team, but it feels a little bit like it's a little too late on this team. Now with more important war teams coming out, let me know what you guys are doing down below. Are you guys building up A-Force? Have you guys decided to just wait because more important teams have come out? Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.